is over. 98.5 Speed FM.
Catch us if you can.
Stay here with you. You are a rainbow, so I am a lucky one. I am a lucky one. You are my favorite song. I am a lucky one. I am a lucky one. I am a lucky one. Same. Your love is constant. You've never lost it. Your voice is calling out my name. It makes me miss you, even when I'm with you.
Of course, it's Extra Speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Catch us if you can. And I'm King James YiYE. Okay, so second part of Extra Speed, we're looking at St. James Minor Seminary, Yandev at 70. My guest is Orcham Theophilus Terhemba Tyungu. You're welcome to Extra Speed.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, you've been here before.
Yes.
But you were talking about singing, but here you're on a different thing. Yes. Okay, so on assumption, we can safely assume that everybody knows about St. James Minor Seminary, Yandev. Will I be right to say that?
Yes, very well.
Okay. So you are celebrating 70 years of what?
Okay. We are celebrating 70 years of excellence, 70 years of academic and moral excellence.
Yeah.
St. James Minor Seminary was established in the year 1955. The history of St. James has been a mobile history because it started in Otukpo. From Otukpo, it didn't start in Otukpo, it started in Konya. From Konya, it went to Otukpo. From Otukpo, the minor seminary went to Aliede. From Aliede, it went to Kefi. From Kefi to Makudi, back to Aliede, and now at the permanent site in Yande. So it has been a mobile history. And we are celebrating 70 years of both academic and moral excellence.
Yes. So, in case I don't know, I know as King James, but a lot of people listening may not even know who went through St. James Minor Seminary, Yande presently now. A lot of people know Catholic priests and bishops and great people in the society. How many names do you think you can mention now?
Okay, first of all, let me introduce St. James to those who may be listening, who may be getting to know about St. James for the first time. It is a Catholic minor seminary for the purpose of training young men for the Catholic priesthood. But you know that me, who is sitting here, I'm not a priest. A lot of us were trained to become priests, but we didn't become priests in the end, but we are representing St. James in our various fields of endeavor. St. James has produced uncountable men for this nation and for the whole world. Apart from the fact that St. James has produced over 700 to 800 priests in the last 70 years, both living and dead, St. James has made history as the only secondary school in Benue State that has produced 2 governors.
Wow.
One in the person of the late Reverend Father Moses Oshua Dasu, and then presently, His Excellency Reverend Father Hyacinth Alia, the Executive Governor of Benue State, is an old boy of St. James of the class of 1983.
Yeah.
Apart from the two governors that this school has produced, we have also made history because we have produced 4 Catholic bishops. One in the person of late Most Reverend Athanasius Atuleusu. We have also produced the Bishop of Otukpo Diocese. Sorry, let me take them by order of seniority. St. James has also produced an Archbishop, that is the present Archbishop of Jos, His Grace Most Reverend Matthew Ishaya Audu. He is an old boy of St. James Minor Seminary, and he attended the seminary in Kefi. We also have the Catholic Bishop of Otukpo Diocese, Most Reverend Michael Apochi. He is also an old boy of St. James. And then the Bishop of Makudi Diocese, His Excellency Most Reverend Wilfred Anagbe, is also an old boy of St. James.
Wow.
So apart from the 4 bishops, St. James has produced very great men across all walks of life. We have over 200 university professors. We have technocrats, captains of industries. We have people in the academia. We have medical doctors. And of course, it's a seminary, so the priests are uncountable. But the summary is that St. James has produced very great men who are doing well and representing their alma mater in their various fields of life.
So when you people come together, some are priests, some are bishops, some are just people in the society doing their thing. I didn't attend St. James. Somebody told me I did. I just wondered why they thought I never did. Maybe because of the name.
Yes.
Anyway, so when you people come together, different people in the society, as I said, priests and people, the lay society and other professionals, how do you look at each other?
It's a beautiful experience because when we come together, you have both the young and the old. Because when you talk about 70 years, the implication is that we have both the elderly, the middle-aged, and the young people, because the seminary is still in existence till today. So it's usually a beautiful experience. And what is more important to us is the fraternity that we project. We have built a brotherhood over time because as products of a minor seminary, we have a responsibility to live a life befitting of people who have been trained to become Catholic priests, because you know what the calling of a Catholic priest is. So some of us eventually didn't make it to the priesthood. So when we go there, you have priests who are members, and then you have the laity. So it's a very beautiful experience. We interact. We build social capital because you know the value of social currency today. And very importantly, we gather to celebrate our brotherhood, our fraternity, and to see how we can give back to our alma mater.
So when you see others, do you tease them that, come on, you guys, you were not holy enough to be a priest?
Yes, we do that a lot.
You laugh.
We do that a lot, but we take solace in the fact that many of us who didn't become priests have not failed either.
All right. So at 70, what is coming up? I learned you having exco elections again, or you've done it before. Are you going to do elections this time?
Yes. Our National Convention and 70th anniversary celebration is coming up between the 23rd to 25th of July in Boko. That's at the Minor Seminary in Yandev.
That's in about 8 days
Yes,
from
in
now.
about 8 days from now. And at that occasion, apart from celebrating St. James at 70, we are going to conduct elections. The National ESCO that was voted in 4 years ago has rounded up its tenure, and then a new ESCO will be elected in place to steer the affairs of the association. And I am also contesting to be a part of the new ESCO as well.
Yeah, you were before. So what happened? Or your tenure expired?
Yes, I was the national. I am. I wasn't. I am the National Publicity Secretary, and my tenure expires next week. So I am contesting for the office of National Vice President,
Okay,
so that I can continue to give my best for the Alumni Association.
If you're just joining us, this is Extra Speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. I am King James YiYE, and the second part of Extra Speed this morning, we're looking at St. James Minor Seminary at 70. Terry US says he's watching in Ekiti State. Terry US, is that your mate or something? Do you recognize the person?
No, I don't
Maybe not the
recognize
name
the
you
person.
know.
No.
Anyway, but they're watching in Ekiti State. So what are people expecting? What are people going to expect apart from old boys? Are you inviting others? What is in for any other person that you want them to be at your national convention and 70th anniversary?
Yes, the 70th anniversary is not just limited to our old boys, because you know that the minor seminary is the heart of the church, because that is where young men who will eventually become priests are molded. And currently, we also have minor seminarians whose parents are equally invited. We are friends of the Alumni Association, and most of our old boys have been blessed by God to be in very strategic positions in life. So we are also inviting their friends and their well-wishers to come and celebrate with us as we mark 70th anniversary of the establishment of our dear alma mater. So the invitation is open to the public, and there will be a whole lot to eat and drink. It's going to be a big event, because over time we have done our best to place SAJSOBA in its rightful place in the Committee of Alumni Associations in the world. And by the grace of God, in a very short while, St. James Minor Seminary Old Boys will become a global association to reckon with.
Right. So, but what do you do as old boys? What do you do to the school and the present students?
Okay, like I mentioned earlier, one of the primary responsibilities of assembling as old boys or as alumnus of an institution is to give back to that institution and see how you can contribute to its growth. So over time, we have done our best to give back to our alma mater. We identify certain areas of need and intervention, and then we give interventions accordingly. So that is what we have been doing for the minor seminary, apart from the fact that we are gathered as old boys. We hold our younger brothers who are in the minor seminary presently very dear to our heart, and we will continue to do our best to see how we can support them to become the great men that St. James built us to become.
So who have you invited so far? Who and who?
We have invited a lot of people, and I don't think it would be proper to just signal out one or two of them. We've invited a lot of people. You know that we have the governor currently. Mm-hmm. The governor is an old boy of St. James. Mm-hmm. So we are equally expecting that the governor is going to invite about 10 or 15 or 20 of his brother governors to join him at this very glamorous occasion that we are planning.
Right. Extra speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi St. James Minor Seminary at 70, and that's what we're looking at this last part of Extra Speed this Tuesday. My guest is Orcham Theophilus Terhemba Tyungu, and you're on the National Publicity.
Yes.
Publicity what?
National Publicity Secretary.
National Publicity Secretary of the Old Boys. So time is up, but what else do you want people to know?
I thank you very much for this opportunity. It is my intention to project SAJSOBA and by implication St. James Minor Seminary to the whole world. And I am telling people who have given birth to young people that St. James Minor Seminary Yandiv is the place to take your child to. Because you know that today it is very important to build your child, not just academically, but morally, because you know there is a moral, there's this moral bankruptcy that has eaten up society. So it is important to take your children to places where they will be properly built beyond academics. So St. James is that place, and I invite everybody, well-wishers of St. James, the general public, to come celebrate this very glamorous event with us in Boko. Boko town is going to be painted blue, white, and purple, because those are the colors of St. James. And everybody in Boko will know next week that the big boys are in town. And we are going to do it in a big way.
I see. So, but for you, if you come on radio and I don't ask you to sing a Tiff Catholic hymn, would you feel bad?
I will, because you know that's what I love to do.
Sing, go on.
Which song will I sing now?
Anyone.
Ngwa zambe wamte mo shobyo tele meyim va meyima aondu wam va meyima ungwazambe wante moshubyo msante kwa monso kaumeke me mamluke yo ite shayangamchi shaemenenge mkomoshe ute mametime kwa kentempe nakpa tika ywangi yamani mbyom wampa kanje mechia tika gea umawampa kanje nanata memchiem yolo. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to do what I love doing best.
You're welcome. So thanks for being on Extra Speed and telling us about St. James Minor Seminary at 70.
Thank you very much.
That's it on Extra Speed. Join us again. I am King James YiYE. Do have a great day.
Thank you, sir.
As King Radio 98.5.